Hello and welcome. We are
The Sisters of the Holy Fiber. This is some number episode. My name is Devin, also known as Rambunctious Guy.
Yay! And I'm Heather, also known as Tiny Kiwi. So grab your knitting or crochet or whatever you're working on and join us while we craft and chat.
And welcome to our repeat viewers, and welcome if this is your first time listening. It's a pleasure to have you come by.
Yay! Hey, thanks for dropping by. So, works in progress. What you working on?
I'm not working on anything.
Wow!
I know. So occasionally this does happen to me. Once in a while, I just stop. And usually it has to do with some kind of stressor. And although the end of the school year is a thing to celebrate in teacher land, I think I've just felt kind of too busy with taking care of loose ends and things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It happens sometimes, and knitting is the one hobby that I have always returned to. It's the one craft, after doing it, I always return to it. So I know I will be back and probably back on the wagon next week, but I actually have not worked on anything.
Okay.
What about you?
I've only got one work in progress, and it's probably something I should not have started because I have plenty of whips lying around that need doing, but I started socks. Crochet socks. Because I'm crazy. So I've got the toe done of one.
Hold it close and hold it still. I want to see. Yay.
So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a treble crochet here. I had to add like a half of an inch to, because my feet are long.
Mm-hmm.
And if the pattern is correct, and I am on gauge, which is like a miracle, then this should correct for the half inch that my foot is longer than the pattern. So we'll see. And I'm pretty much having to rewrite the entire pattern as I go along, because you know how it goes. So, and I gotta make 2 of these socks.
So write down everything you do.
I am. I'm keeping I'm pretty much rewriting the entire pattern. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put these notes up on Ravelry because only one other person has attempted this project, and I knew going into it this is a bad idea because that usually means that there's a problem with the pattern or that just no one has done it. So I'm gonna be the one finding all the mistakes, and it's true. But I really wanted to make this, and I'm confident enough in my crochet skills that I could, muddle through, even if it takes me twice as long. I'm really hoping the second sock goes a lot faster, since I'll have written the pattern in a way that's understandable to me, so we'll see. I'm not sure I'll be able to get them done at the end of this month, but if nothing else, they'll be next month's detention project.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping I get them done this month, though, since I'm so much faster at crochet. But it's sock weight, so, and a relatively small hook. So we'll see. I've already started the lacy bits.
Ooh. Oh, those are gonna be cute.
And then the shells come out of this part here. So we'll see. Like I said, it's been really challenging because I have to sit down and do a whole lot of math. It's almost like writing the pattern from scratch, just with a little bit of outside direction. So yeah, I've already got a full page of notes, and I'm only on the toe. So these are supposed to be right under the knee-high socks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, let me show you in the pattern book. This is from Geek-Related by Nikki Trench. And it's one of those things where it's I kind of bought it for the idea more than I did the actual pattern, which is good because the pattern kind of stinks. I don't know if you can see or not.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Those are lacy.
Yeah, they're a pineapple stitch if you do crochet. I have never made a pineapple stitch before,
now
but
hold
it just
steady.
I'm trying. It just looks like another variation kind of a shell thing. So I'm muddling my way through that. And, I've never done a pineapple before, so there's that learning curve in addition to having to, to write out the pattern to make sense, so. Ay, ay, ay. I'm so used to working off of, like, charted patterns that it's really difficult working off of just a written pattern, and especially a written pattern that's kind of not as good as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really starting to be thankful for books that use both. Like the Crochet floral squares that I've talked about before. Mm-hmm. That one has both the chart and the written pattern, and I really, really am coming to appreciate having both.
Well, and I guess we'll use that for our brainy moment today. I like to compare, so if I don't understand what's going on in the chart, then I will go to the written directions and go like, what did they mean? Or if I'm using the written directions and I didn't get it, then I'll look at the chart, because sometimes that'll clarify.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And I'm so much... I don't know. I just really, if I had to pick between the two, I would really rather have the chart, because you can always make it up as you go along if you have to, and you have a general idea of what it should be. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty okay at muddling through with just a chart, but when it's written directions, that means, like, I don't know, it just takes me so much longer to figure out what I'm doing, if it's confusing. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather be confused with a chart than confused with written patterns, but...
Yeah.
I know not everyone feels the same, and I was talking with my knit group, and and they were like, "Oh, you're using a chart," and then it's like, "Yeah, I really actually really prefer them."
I am the same way. I prefer charts. Yeah,
I'm just visual. I guess it makes the most sense to me.
Yep.
If I had I thought about actually charting this once I figure out the pattern, and putting that online. That's a lot of work. And I don't get paid for it, and it's kind of copyright infringement. So, I don't know, if I talk to the designer, then maybe she would be okay with putting it on there. She doesn't even have a picture of her project on Ravelry. It's just a blank space. It's like a published pattern, and on Ravelry there's no picture. It's mysterious.
Well, maybe if you get yours done, you can say, hey, you should use my picture, and look, I made a chart.
Yeah, right?
You should pay me, and I will let you have my chart.
That's not a bad idea. Of course, then I'd have to actually make a chart.
Well,
never mind. I'm lazy. We'll see.
Are you working on anything else?
No, that's it. That's all that I'm working on. I have one FO. Yay!
Okay. Well, I have no FOs, because I haven't been knitting or crocheting or doing anything. But what have you been working on?
Okay, so I forgot that this is totally not actually finished because I have two ends to weave in. Oh no, but
it is close enough.
Close enough. I'm going to do that while we do the cast, so.
Oh, how cute!
So this is supposed to be, I can't even remember what kind of flower this is supposed to be.
It looks like a musician's hat.
How funny.
Not
it's supposed to be
a magician's hat.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's the purple part here with the little Cthulhu thing going on down here. It's supposed to be fuchsia, now that I think about it. But,
so what is this?
This is a blanket square out of the 75 floral blocks to crochet Betty Barn did. I knew I could remember her name eventually, since I've worked out of that book so much now. Yay! And I thought I would also take this opportunity to bring up the fact that they have kind of changed the blanket square rule in Ravelry's, in our Harry Potter Ravelry group. Did you see that? No?
What's the new rule?
Basically that if you make a blanket square, it has to be for a blanket, not other purposes. Because I guess there was a lot of questioning, like, well, if I have a bunch of amigurumi pieces, the pieces themselves should count as projects if a blanket square counts as a project, and there was all kinds of hullabaloo. I don't know what was really going on. But basically, if you turn into something that's a blanket square, you have to promise that it's going to be part of a blanket.
Got it.
It's like, okay, sure, whatever. I just won't call it a coaster. It's a blanket square.
Yay!
For a very strange blanket made of many different size triangles and squares and odd pieces. Well, ultimately, honestly, this all might actually really become a blanket, but I'm kind of lying to myself at this point, just so that I make things. But I don't know what I'm going to do.
And if you make enough in these colors, I mean, you could even sew them together for a baby blanket,
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be cute.
Uh, I really don't like the way that this acrylic works up. It's like okay to work with, but then like, especially here where it's got the posts holding the flower together, these posts are kind of sloppy, and they're not, blocking is not going to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that it is. So better to do it in wool, and then I could block out the problems because it's a little wonky.
Well, I think it would make a fine baby blanket anyway.
Well, babies don't care.
No.
That's one thing I've discovered.
Yes.
Yep. So that's my sort of FO once I get those two ends woven in. Okay, that's not really an FO. But it's almost.
Oh, I think it's an FO.
Okay, we'll count it. Hopefully I'll get it done by the time we're actually done casting, and then it'll really be an FO. Oh, well. Ugh, and I don't know what I did here. Issues. Anyway, so that's it for that section. What's next?
Brainy moments, but we just did it.
Yep.
Do you have another brainy moment?
I do not.
Do you know what's next?
Yes, if I find my list. It's under my book somewhere. Haha! What does it say? Shiny!
Shiny.
Anything new and exciting this week?
I did. I have to remember what it was. Oh, okay. It's not related to knitting or anything like that, but it is related to one of my previous shinies when I got my bike.
Okay.
I got bike shorts.
Okay.
And they make bike shorts now with padding.
Oh, how nice.
So you sit down and you're like, ooh, it's cushy.
Yeah.
And I went for a ride with my new bike shorts, and it was awesome.
Cool.
And they are actually shiny. I'm like, hey, my legs are shiny now.
That's hilarious.
So it was really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That does sound nice, so that you don't get a sore derriere.
No.
No, nobody wants that.
That was not fun. What about you? Do you have anything new and exciting to talk about this week?
I got purple lipstick. Yay!
Hey!
I'm totally excited about it. I don't know what possessed me to buy it, but I'm super happy. That's it.
That's
I
awesome.
guess, I think it's seeing Maleficent in all her awesome color scheme glory. Makes me want to buy purple and blues and greens.
One of the secretaries in the office at my school
Mm-hmm.
started wearing, like, really super red, awesome lipstick, and I'm just like, damn, girl. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to cut that out, but, girl.
That's up.
Yeah, it looks good on her, so.
That's cool. It's always nice when you find a shade that's fun.
Yeah, it definitely works well for her.
Yeah. Oh, I also got, like a base coat for my nails to put on before I put on some of these, like, blue and green colors, because I don't know if you can see here, but the last green I wore, I don't think you can tell, but it's really dyed into my nail.
Oh, that's not good.
It looks like I took a highlighter to my nails. I was like, yeah, no. I gotta put a clear coat on before I put that on anymore. Mm-hmm. It's a really nice color, too. Let me see, grab it. Garden Party from Sinful Colors. Yay, so cute. I love this color, but it was kind of chunky, kind of chipped. Jury's still out on that one, and it really, really, really dyed my nails.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want fluorescent green nails on accident, feel free to try it out. If not,
next segment.
I don't remember what's next. I don't even know what I just did with my note. What is next?
I'm gonna guess.
Hyperventilate.
Oh,
you were wrong. Do you have anything you're geeking out about this week?
I do have something. I found a website that probably anybody else who is a girl who likes other girls has already found, but I just found it. It's called Auto Straddle. I think is how you would say it. But they have updates, I think, every day, and they're all kinds of, like, cultural things, like, there'll be an entry on television, on feminism, on food, movies, just like all kinds of things. Fashion. So there's really something for everyone. And some of it's kind of interesting things that you wouldn't normally talk about. Some of the writing is not as good as others, but some of the writing's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I have been enjoying exploring it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm trying to figure out what I just did here.
Yeah, I can see. Do you need me to keep going for a second?
I don't have anything to hyperventilate over, so it's all on you.
Okay. So I have continued to watch House. And what I wanted to say about House is there's a clear, for me anyway, a clear difference in his character between, like, at the end of the first season and this second season, that he gets kind of a little bit less of, like, a real person. I feel like when they started House, he's more like a real, like, I could imagine actually
being him, or
him being an actual doctor and actually functioning at a hospital. But then after he had like a love life come back into his life and then exit, and after that, I feel like his personality is even weirder, and to the point where I just don't feel like it's plausible. It's kind of like that. I mean, this show has that element of suspension of disbelief in it. They have to suspend your disbelief that this guy could ever get hired, right?
Right.
And they have lost my ability to believe that this could actually happen. You know,
Right.
My belief has not been, my disbelief has not been suspended.
Right.
Or whatever.
That's a bummer.
I can't think about it right now. Anyway.
I know what you mean, though, and that's just kind of like a bummer when, like, especially, I mean, you would expect that with some of the fantasy stuff, you know, where you're like, I just can't even believe that there's dinosaurs still around or whatever, you know. But this should be something that's easier to make realistic, and then to have them kind of drop the ball is disappointing.
Right. So, and I think it's, you know, they just wanted, the writers are just pushing, like, how far can we take this character? How crazy can we make him and still, like, make it plausible that he would keep his job?
Right.
So, but I enjoyed it more in the first season. But, you know, I am the kind of viewer that is happy to watch 326 episodes of Murder, She Wrote, where it's pretty much the same thing happens every time. You know, like, I don't really need, like, things to change. And,
yeah. I'm the same way. If a show's, like, really good, as long, you know, I'm happy with the same old. And it was the same way with Rosemary and Thyme, you know, it's not like it's something different. Maybe somebody won't be murdered this week, you know, like, yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I still love it, you know, I love that show.
Yeah. So, that's it for me. What's next?
Books. What have you got?
This week, I thought, I started rereading Sabriel.
Oh, okay.
By Garth Nix.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot. I only have 2 bookshelves. So a book has to pass certain tests in order for it to stay on my shelf. This is a young adult novel. It's a fantasy novel. The main character is a, what do you call it?
Like a demon wrangler or something. If I remember.
Necromancer. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and you can see her little bandolier that controls the demons.
Still in the middle for me, because my video's a little slower than yours.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's alright. Of course, I have to stop what I'm doing and actually look up.
She has this bandolier. This is what she controls the demons with.
Yeah.
It's just really good. I have probably read it 2 or 3 times, and I'm willing to read it again, so that's why it stays on my shelf. If I'm not going to read a book again, why keep it around, you know?
Exactly.
I can go to the library if I need to reference something again, so. I think he wrote a couple more in this series, but I've read the other ones, but I still prefer this one over the others in the series.
I don't remember much about it except being somewhat disappointed, I think, by how it ended or by one of the later books, so
Yeah, it's not very... I don't remember... I mean, I've just started rereading it again, and since it's been a while, I don't remember it completely ending, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why there's other books after, so.
Right.
But anyway, that's what I'm reading. What about you?
I was going through sock yarn shawls and looking at the stuff and wanting to make stuff. This could be me. I could be wearing a lacy sock yarn shawl.
Oh, yes, you could.
Because I have so much sock yarn. I went through and kind of organized my yarn by weight.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't make socks. Why do I have all this sock yarn? That's one of the things where I was like, I better just start making those pineapple crochet socks, because that's what I really bought all this yarn for, was like, I want this color. No, I want this color. And then I just never got around to making the socks. So now I have a whole bunch of sock yarn.
It, you know? Get it done.
That's true.
Do it.
I will, because I really want these. Unfortunately, it's not, I didn't use, they recommended like cotton, and I can't remember what they blended it with. But this one is the yarn that I'm using is wool and nylon. So I was like, lacy socks that are hot. This sounds like a bad idea, but whatever. I may never wear them, but it'll be fun to make. I'm excited to make them, I think, more than wear them.
Well, I'll take them if you aren't going to wear them. I mean, we live in the kind of climate where I think you could get away with that.
Yeah, probably.
So.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm just like, because if it, you know, the wool is going to be hot, but then it's lacy, so it's not hot. I don't know. I just figured there being a one-day window of opportunity in which the weather will be perfect for me to wear these.
Mm-hmm.
But that's California in general. Why am I making anything with wool? Why do I even own wool?
Because I get cold, okay? It gets cold here. It drops to like 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my gosh. Cry me a river. Yeah.
Sarcastic. No. Okay,
yeah.
Anyway, looks like fun. Do you have a shawl in there that you particularly are excited to make?
In fact, there's a couple. Let me show. Yay! I don't have the yarn from any of these, but I really, really want to make this one because I love the pink and gray. So it's got a lace panel on the bottom, and then it's just, I think it's just stockinette on the top, yeah.
That's so cute.
Isn't it? And then you don't have to have as much of each yarn because it's two different yarns.
Right! Brilliant!
So they're like, yes. So I'm really excited about that. Although I'm kind of nervous because the stuff on the projects on Ravelry, the edgings all pretty much turn out different every single time. So I'm not sure if that's the pattern being wonky or if people are just blocking things wonky or what's going on. But it makes me kind of wonder. I just wonder, that's all.
Yes.
Yes. So let me find the other one. In fact, I pretty much like all of the shawls in this. I would probably wear 99% of the stuff in this book if I actually ever got around to making it. I've been in a lace mood, so I think that's probably what got me started on the socks and got me, looking at this book again. Mm-hmm. Of course, lace knitting and lace crochet are two different things. And why can I not find this one? Okay, here we go. This one is called Flower Garden. Let me find a better picture, because I don't even like that one. Let me see if you can see the lace pattern. It looks like little baskets.
Yeah.
And then it's like down the center panel of the back.
Here, okay, you have to show us a picture and then leave it there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so that panel goes down the middle.
Yes, and there's also...
Can you show the panel again?
Yeah.
So there's this eyelet pattern in the middle that looks kind of like basket hearts.
Yes. Cute. And then it also has like a little, I don't know, like a little flower detail that goes along the edge.
Uh-huh.
Looks like little flower plants or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is the name of this one? Flower Garden. It just really made me think of the scene in Emma where they're all picking strawberries at Mr. Knightley's estate. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think of every time I see this shawl, so that's probably why I want to make this, because Mr. Knightley!
Yay!
Yeah, because otherwise, why do I need something with, like, little basket patterns on it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. And I'm not even particularly fond of, like, the sort of strawberry color they've got it in. But if it makes me think of Mr. Knightley, that's a completely different story.
There you go.
And then this one is one last one. This is Labyrinth. Let me show you it's got a really big lace panel down the center.
Uh-huh.
Of the spine.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it is. And I really like how it drapes on the shoulder, too.
Mm-hmm. Got some shoulder shaping. Yeah.
Right. So, and honestly, I would probably wait on this one because I think it would be better knit in the round as a cowl, or like a sort of cowl drape, than having it be a shawl with edges that I want to have to pin up, Mm-hmm. I'd rather have it just be a round thing. So, and I haven't got the knitting know-how to turn it from a shawl into a round piece, so.
Uh-huh.
So that's on the long, far, far away docket. In the future.
You want a poncho.
Yes, kind of. But it's like kind of short for that. It's just kind of, it really only goes to right below, maybe waist, your high waist.
Uh-huh.
It's really, kind of a short piece.
Yeah.
But I like that, though. I think it would be nice to have a little lacy throw to basically, decorate up your whatever sweater you've got on.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought it would be cute.
Yeah.
A cute idea. Actually, what I really should do is look on Ravelry and see if I can find something like that that's already a pattern.
Yeah. I would just look for a circular pattern.
Yeah, I don't know what I would call that, though, because a cowl is usually thought of as, like, something that's either neck or neck and head. Like a snood kind of thing.
It's a cowl-ancho.
It's a concho. I don't know. We're making up words.
Concho!
Yeah, right. Anyway. Oh, wait. Who's that by? So that's Sock Yarn Shawls. 15 lacy knitted shawl patterns by Jen Lucas. And I haven't actually worked anything out of this, so I don't know how well the patterns are going to be, but it seems lovely. So we'll see if I can muddle through at some point. Yay!
Yay!
But that's it for my books.
Okay.
We'd be here for all week.
Yes. What's next?
I spy. What have you spied? She's like, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm on my bike rides, I'm moving faster, so it's harder to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear somebody scamper off into the little creek.
Aw.
I think I scared him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did see some swallow nests at a school.
Yeah?
So that was fun. Yeah, up in the eaves.
Okay.
I just think they're so cute. They're little maid nests and
Oh, yeah.
going home to feed their babies.
They're pretty cute in general.
Yeah. What about you? What have you seen?
I actually saw a bunch of stuff because I went to a duck pond. So I saw like a swan, a whole bunch of night herons, which are totally cool and like wonky looking. They always look so cranky, just because of the way their feathers are. I don't know. Maybe it's the way they hunch over too. The way they're all hunched over, like I hate life. One of them was trash digging. I was like, get out of the trash. You're supposed to be eating fish and things. What else did I see? I saw a bunch of things. Oh, the usual mallards that you see at like a duck pond.
Mm-hmm.
Crows, pigeons. Saw a really pretty pigeon, which I'm sure wasn't that exciting, but they can be very pretty.
Yeah.
What else did I see? I feel like I saw a lot there, but that's all I can think of off the top of my head now.
Mm-hmm.
What other water birds am I? I'm sure I'm missing some, like, watery birds. Shorebirds. Well, seagulls. But there weren't even that many seagulls, so I don't know. I think the swan was the biggest thing that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are gigantic. I don't know why we didn't, like, domesticate those to eat. They're huge. Sorry, swans. But you're pretty big.
Probably don't taste good.
Yeah, they must not. Because they look like at least about as big as a turkey. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. I wasn't about to walk up and be like, "You look like a good meal, sir." Though I don't think that would win.
Well, that's a little off topic. I haven't seen any oak titmice lately.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard you mention them in a while. Are they just not around anymore?
They've just not really been out on my porch, so I don't know.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Do you think you could put up a feeder or something and lure them back in?
Yeah, I might. We have some bird seed, so sometimes I'll scatter that, and sometimes we'll get some visitors.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. My friend just moved, and she has a little blue jay visitor.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think somebody who used to live at her place might have given him peanuts or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because he, it's like, what you got?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, what's around here?
And then there's also a mockingbird in her neighborhood that I hear. And I saw a hummingbird nest.
Oh, that's cool.
It was far away, but the bush was backlit by the evening light. And I kept seeing this bird hovering.
Right.
And then going into the bush. And I was like, somebody must have a nest here.
Yeah.
That was pretty cute.
We had one of the hummingbird nests in the historic garden, but when we went back there was nothing, so I don't think... I don't know if it got knocked down or if the birds just didn't make it or what happened, but it was gone.
Oh.
Bummer. We were looking forward to... It was kind of in a bad spot, though, to be raising babies anyway, so...
Maybe for the best.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw Phoebe. So cute.
Oh, cute.
They're just adorable. They're stinking adorable.
With their little...
Yes! I don't know. They have like kind of like that little... head. It's like a little mini head crest that kind of goes up and down with like what they're looking at, and because it's not like a cockatiel or something where it's like oh whoop, but
no,
it's just
but there is something there.
It's an interest indicator, I think. So cute, and they're so. I mean, they could be so plain looking. They just have so much character. I think, but that's all I can think about.
Okay, next
segment. I have not yet. This is why you shouldn't rely on me. Ear party.
I have been listening to Tegan and Sarah.
Okay.
Lesbian twins. They're really
nice.
good.
Are they a podcast?
No. They're a band.
Okay.
I actually saw them live maybe 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were opening for Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, okay.
And they're really good. Kind of alternative rock. Very modern sounding, electronic background.
I might have heard of them. I mean, the name sounds familiar. You might have mentioned it before. Or, I don't know. Maybe I don't know where I would have heard it otherwise, but... God, this thing is all stiff.
I haven't listened to them in forever, and I was just reintroducing myself to it, so...
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I know I mentioned it before, but I've been listening to it pretty much on repeat. I'm really, really digging the entire album. It's grown on me, but Bourbon Princess's Dark of Days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're together anymore. But so this is an old album, but I don't know. I just fell in love with the whole album, so I've been listening to that pretty persistently. There's a song you might like. Let me see if I can remember the name. I think it's Supergirl's Lament. I'll see if I can find a link to it, because I think you might like it. And then the other one I was listening to was going back to a bunch of old Depeche Mode stuff. So I was listening, they have a huge discography. So I think I prefer stuff that's kind of in the mid-2000s of theirs. But they have so much music to listen to, it's not like even a joke.
This is true.
Yeah. Definitely not a shortage of things to listen to. So am I missing any... Oh, I knew I was missing one thing to weave in. There we go. Sorry. Trying to find all my ends. They're hiding.
I've
that's
also been going to karaoke the last couple of weeks with my friends.
That sounds fun.
And I've never really sung American-style bar karaoke before. I've only ever done, like, karaoke on a video game system. Or the karaoke that's the style where you get your own, like, you rent a room to sing with the karaoke machine for an hourly rate. So I've done those two kinds of karaoke, but I've never really done it where you, like, go to a bar and sing karaoke.
Right.
And we found this cute bar. It's like a dive bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. It's small, and it, like, there's these couple of old guys that, like, one of them sings Frank Sinatra, and the other one sings, like, tunes from the 60s and 50s
cool.
and 60s. And so it's just, like, adorable, and I really like it. So we've had fun the last 2 weeks that we've gone.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I sang was And So It Goes by Billy Joel.
Mm-hmm.
I was figuring, well, everything else is sad right now. I'll sing this sad song too. Take it down another notch.
Right.
It's not really a good karaoke song because it's depressing, but
right.
I felt like singing it anyway, so I did.
Well, it's you have to sing what you want to sing. That's part of the joy of karaoke is that, it's not something you have to do professionally. It's something you do for fun.
Right.
I feel like I'm missing a row here. This is not good. Does this look shorter to you? Let me hold it. Sorry. This row and this bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a shorter row. Not sure how I managed that.
So
well. Pretty much don't care at all. Yay, it's done!
Yay, it's done! Ta-da!
Yep. Pretty much. Wow, and I even followed the instructions. I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention.
Are we in Random Remnants?
We're totally on Random Remnant. Wait, we have walks.
Oh, right. Knew I was forgetting one. I haven't walked anywhere. I didn't do yoga, but I did go for 2 bike rides.
Oh, that's good.
So, yes.
I did some gardening. I did a little walking, but I haven't done as much walking as I wanted to do. But I also started a small regimen of, like, push-ups, but, like, wall push-ups, so that I can do them. So I've been trying to do that every day. Mm-hmm. I haven't succeeded every day, but I would say 5 days out of 7 I've been good. So that's nice.
Nice.
And I feel like I'm getting a little stronger. Yay!
Good.
Maybe I can attempt a real push-up soon. Woo!
That's exciting.
Yeah, I was like, well, let's not hold our breath. I don't have any upper arm strength, so.
Neither do I. That's why I'm excited for you.
Yeah. So that's it for walks in the urban wilderness. What about Random Remnants? Do you have anything that's particularly for random?
No, but I wanted to say, but I think we're both doing pretty good with exercising. Like, we both did exercisey things, so that's good. Yeah. Random Remnants. I don't.
That was like a long...
I was thinking about it. I was trying to think, like, do I have something? Because I'm always like, no, I don't have anything, and then I do. But I really think I don't this week. What about you?
Yes. I have nothing particular, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of our show today.
Sorry we didn't have anything for you guys last week. We just got way too busy.
Yes. And, it happens sometimes. So.
Yep.
But thanks for tuning in. Our show notes are available at sistersoftheholyfiber.wordpress.com. You can leave a comment there, or you can come to our Ravelry page and leave us a comment in our episode thread. We love to hear from listeners, and so thanks for chiming in. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.